Hey y'all, welcome back to the Gatekeepers Court, where the fandom meets the courtroom and your faves better come correct. Hello, I'm your host, Taylor B., bringing you all the drama, all the receipts, and all the judgment we can handle. Now, this week's case is messy, per usual. It's beyond the gates. It's always messy. So I came to prosecute, per usual. So let's begin with our opening statements. Okay. So everyone is recovering from the fallout of Leslie and Eva revealing Ted's secret. I mean, it's really all their secret, but it was Ted's secret to them, To who they revealed it to, it was Ted's secret. So, everyone is recovering from that. Hold on. Let me get my wine open, because these opening statements are stressful. It's wild when the opening statements are the stressful part. Like, and it's all Leslie's fault. Leslie stays stressing me out, but in the most entertaining way possible. And who plays her? Trisha Man Grant. Girl, you know how to stress me out in the most entertaining way possible. And I love you for that. We will always give her 10s. Because the thing about, like, being a good villain, if you can really make me hate you, like, hate your guts, I gotta give you your 10s for that. Like, that's for any villain. I feel like that about Bill. Like, Bill is really... Who plays Bill? Timon Kyle Durrett. Yeah. He good at it, too. Because, girl, I hated him from day one. Not even just because of what he did, but because of his attitude about it. But he portrayed the attitude. So I'm like, yeah, some good acting right there. We like this ensemble. Gonna pour a little bit more. Pull some out for the homie Nicole. She ain't went nowhere. We just pouring some out for her just in case she didn't drink none yet. Okay. Did I waste some wine? It was a little drop. I don't care. Oh my God. Beyonce said don't drop that alcohol. And I've been following the rules ever since. So this is a tragedy. Anyways. So Leslie visits the Duprees and asks them to accept Eva. What's so wild about this is she don't care about them accepting Eva. She won't even accept Eva. So this whole thing, this whole fiasco, she's one of those people who is obsessed with the Duprees. She wants anything to do with them by any means necessary. But the tea is, Eva is Ted's daughter. And we don't even know if Ted and Nicole gonna stay married. So what do the Duprees have to do with that? Like, they really don't. You know what I mean? So I don't even know what all that was for, other than just being theatrical and being obsessed with being a part of this family. A part of people just want a part of, like, the dynasty and the power. Like, they want to feel like they're important. People always staring at you, always looking at you. Like, the Duprees are low-key like Fairmont Crest royalty. So it's like, everybody wants to meet them. Bill, Haley, Leslie too. Like, Eva wasn't really trying to be a Dupree. Eva really just wanted to meet her dad. She didn't care about all that. But Leslie, on the other hand, definitely wants to be a Dupree real bad. It's like, girl, unless you plan on marrying Nicole, give it up, Delicious. Like, And I know everybody like, oh my God, you go so hard for Eva. Because on Threads, like, if you follow me on Threads at mme_Eleanor, same as my Instagram. So if you follow me on Threads, I really do be going hard for Eva. And let me tell you why. Okay? Because I know, like, people just like, hey, like, you can't see no wrong in what she do. It's not that I don't see any wrong. I understand why what she did was wrong. The reason why I can't say anything negative about Eva is because I understand the position that she is in. I'm very familiar with the dynamic between a narcissistic parent and a child. Even as an adult, that's stressful. Like, and it's very hard to get out of. Like, if you ain't never been in it, like, I promise you, you don't want to. It's hard. Like, it's one of them things where, like, you know, a parent is a parent. So it's like, you should never be afraid to stick your hand out to your parent and ask for something, right? But a lot of times with a narcissistic parent, you put your hand out asking for something, it comes with leverage. It's never just, oh, well, let me help my child out. They don't look at you as that. They look at you as a pawn. They look at you as supply, you know? So it's like with Leslie and Eva, it's like Eva didn't do what she wanted, and so Eva got put out. Like, they look at even the most basic of things as, well, you only have this if you do what I say, or if you are, you know, somehow adding to my grandiose sense of self. Okay? Follow me. So Eva didn't do what she wanted, and now she kicked Eva out of the house. So I can't even have a place to stay because I didn't agree with what you wanted to do and ruining these people's lives. And you've been lying the entire time, which also adds a level of manipulation to it too. Like, you've been lying to me about the reason why you're even doing all of this. You said this man knew about me and he didn't care. Whole time he knew nothing. And that's what you deal with a narcissistic parent. They will come up with a false narrative in a minute, and they're so delusional, they'll believe it. Like if you see Leslie, like, and I know they like, it's a very extreme example, but I'm telling you, a narcissistic parent is very, very delusional. They really and truly believe the bullshit that come out their mouth. And like at some point, and I don't know when Eva gonna get to this point, but at some point, you just gotta give up on it. Like, you have to give up on trying to correct it or trying to find some medium, some mode of understanding. There never will be. As long as you as a person are rooted in truth and reality, you will never have common ground with this person. So the best thing to do is just cut ties the best you can. Everybody can't just cut all the way, you know, because some people are just emotionally made like that. They can't do that. And then there are other people who are like financially tied to their parents. So I understand. You know, and I'm speaking generally, not just about Eva, but like if you find yourself dealing with this with a parent and you are grown and you didn't even realize until you heard me say something about it just now that that's what you've been dealing with, I get it. It's hard to get out of it. I know. And that's what I was trying to tell people online. I'm like, y'all thinking that she is going to reverse 20 plus years of manipulation in a month, maybe two. I forgot like the full timeline of everything, but I don't think it's been like the same timeline, because we've been watching since what, January? Or no, when did Beyond the Gate start? Hold on. Girl, when did it? Okay, so yeah, we've been watching since February, right? So February, March, April, May. So we going on 3 months. So yeah, it could have been keeping the same timeline. But think about that. Going on 3 months. It's not even 3 months all the way for real. So going on 3 months. Y'all are thinking she's going to reverse 20 plus years of manipulation within that time. She cannot. Like, I don't care what you do. I don't care what kind of magical EMDR therapist you find. I don't care what kind of yoga you do, meditation. I don't care. You cannot undo that within that small whatever of time. And so as long as she's unable to undo that, she wasn't able to truly be like, you know what? This is wrong. I'm not going to do this to these people. Blah, 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 blah. Like, so I just wanted to give y'all a little background on that just so y'all know. I don't go hard for her for no reason. Like, I really and truly identify with the character Eva. I really do. Like, it's hard to get from under that spell, girl, because that's what it feels like. It feels like a spell. It feels like this person just has like total control over like the way that you think, the way that you feel, like to the point where like anytime you stand up for yourself, you immediately feel guilt. And I'm here to tell you that guilt is not yours. It don't come from you. You didn't decide to feel guilty. That is that narcissistic parent's voice in your head telling you that you are wrong for standing up for yourself. You are wrong for having a mind of your own. You're wrong for wanting things that differ from what they want. Like, you're not. You're not. And they're the crazy ones. And it's hard to get to that point with a parent. You got to think about that. You grew up with them. At one point, that's all you knew. In your formative years, that's who you depended on. When you didn't know how to wash your own ass, that's who did it for you. When you didn't know how to feed yourself, they did it for you, you know? But at some point, you have to understand that was their legal obligation. They had to, you know? Like, lots of times you have to put it into perspective of like, I don't think she did this because she cared so much. Like, I really and truly believe if it wasn't the law, I wouldn't have food. Because I mean, look at Eva with the basic human need of shelter. She took shelter away from her. She didn't even care if her daughter had somewhere to lay down, somewhere to bathe, somewhere to eat, any of that. You just sitting up here watching your daughter knock on the door and cry. You don't even care where she going or where she gonna be at. That's what she been dealing with for 20 years. And she didn't even know that it was this grimy until that day. Or that night. So you tell me if you would have betrayed that. Like, right away. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, she did end up, you know, trying to at the end. But it was too late. But I just wanted to put that into perspective. Because a lot of people don't get it because a lot of people have never been through it. Just like with domestic violence. Like, a lot of people who talk about it publicly have never gone through it. And they have like the most ignorant things to say about it. It's just, I think generally within the Black community, we have to start being a little bit more empathetic to victims of all types of abuse, whether it's with parents or romantic partners or whatever, but especially with parents, because I noticed that a lot. Like, we let parents get away with a lot. We do. As a community, we do. We're always, they tried their best. They did their best with what they could or with what they had. You know, all them excuses. And I just, because I'm at a point where I don't care. So that's why I speak about it the way that I do. I'm just like, because I just feel like, you know, when you see somebody interact with other people in a way that you wish they would interact with you, it's like, now I know you capable of it. You just don't care. Like, that's where we are. So, and they put on a mask when they go outside. Like, Leslie with the wigs, that was like a dramatic interpretation of it. But narcissistic parents really do that. Like, when they go out the door, they're not who they are at home. No, because they need people to think of them in such a positive way that when you speak about them and you speak your truth, you sound crazy. Trust me, I've dealt with that too. And that's why I don't speak about it to their people. I speak about it to my people because they actually care about what I've been through. And, you know, when you speak about it to their people, they only care about defending their friend, their family member, whatever it is. And it's just like, when you didn't live with somebody, you cannot tell me how to feel about that person. You cannot tell me what to believe about this person. Like, you didn't experience what I experienced. Like, am I just lying for fun? You know? I don't know. So, and that's another tip I want to give. Like, don't think people who you would not know without that parent, don't think that they're going to feel any kind of empathy for you. They're not. They were trained not to. They were groomed into it. So find your tribe, find your people. And that's my public service announcement for all of the children of narcissistic parents. That's my public service announcement. That's my TED Talk to help y'all with that. And thank you so much to Trisha Mann Grant and Amber Michelle for putting this dynamic on television for people to see. Because I'm glad that the conversation is happening, and I'm glad that I have the opportunity to talk to people about this dynamic and why it's hard for people to get out of it, especially the child. So I think y'all doing your thing, girl. All right, let's go. Martin. Martin is angry with Ted for using him as a cover to cheat. He was angry about this last episode too. And I understand. I mean, that is something kind of hard to come to grips to. Sorry. Yeah, he's still mad. I get the mad. I don't know. I just don't get the actions. But, because I mean, like, one thing about it, like, I might have found out something crazy, but I'm not finna tell it in my living room. Furthermore, as an avid reader, I'm not finna throw my books nowhere. Like, girl, Ted can go to hell. You not finna, my books? I'm finna mess up my books for you? Oh, no. I'm gonna come to your house and throw some stuff around. Why would I mess up my stuff? Martin don't think like me. Like, Martin gotta learn how to be mad right. And I feel like he needs to talk to me about that, because I know how to be mad the right way. You gotta take some time, okay? If somebody come for you, if somebody do something to you so grimy, so messed up, you have to take a step back, okay? You have to be calm, you have to be stealth, and you have to think, like, what will hurt this person the most? What will ensure that this person will feel what I felt when they did what they did to me? Okay? And that takes thought. That takes precision. It takes patience. And I just let everybody in the world know that I'm probably the last person they want to be their enemy. But because, girl, when I tell you, we could be silently beefing for 20 years. I haven't thought about what I want to do to you yet. So if anybody thought they were safe, you thought you got away with it, I don't forget nothing. I might let it go for the sake of my peace, but I don't forget nothing. And the opportunity does come back around, like, for you to do what you gotta do. And if it don't, usually God will provide you a front seat to the karma. But that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, revenge is always gonna get got. Karma will always be had. So yeah, Martin, you need to come talk to me. I could teach you some things. Okay, Kat is unhappy with Eva's actions. We know that. Kat realizes that Eva is her sister after seeing a DNA test. Nicole kicks Ted out of the house. We knew that was coming. That was smart. We knew that was coming. Danny helps Nicole to process the recent events. Danny has been such a good sister. I'm so proud of her. Because I don't know if y'all remember, but in the beginning, when Danny was going through her little thing or whatever, I love Nicole. But it did feel like Nicole was kind of sitting from like a pedestal and kind of talking about Danny she said it to Danny, but the fact of the matter is, it felt like she was talking about Danny from like a very judgmental perspective. And I'm glad she's nothing like me. I ain't saying I would have laughed at her face. I wouldn't have. I'm not that bad. But I definitely would have been like, now you see. Now you feel how I feel, so you know why I did what I did. But no. I just felt like, when Danny was going through hers, everybody wasn't so empathetic. But I digress. Where we at? But Danny's been a really good sister though. So I'm proud of her for doing that, because regardless, Nicole does need support. And Nicole also did admit to being condescending towards Danny, so we'll give her that. We'll give her 10s for that. Leslie dreams about Ted coming to be with her after the fallout with Nicole. Girl, I thought this was real because it lasted kind of long. It was like going and going. I was like, the whole conversation. It's real, girl. She had me in the delusion. That's how delusional she is. Okay. Tomas reminds Kat that her father made the biggest mistake in the situation. I was glad for that because she really just kept focusing in all her energy on Eva. And I'm just like, just say you hate Eva. Like, don't try to make it like this situation and, oh, I knew from the beginning. No, absolutely not. Because when you first met Eva, you did not like her because she didn't come from your side of the tracks. Let's be real. You had nothing substantial against her. You know, you didn't give a girl a chance. And I mean, yeah, you were right, but still, you didn't give a girl a chance. What if she wasn't? You know? All right, Ted confronts Bill about Leslie. What did I want to say about that? Oh, yeah. So I just felt like, okay, here's the thing. I felt like this was your affair, Ted. So the most of the execution should have been you. I mean, him with the threats and da-da-da-da, we get that. But as far as the abortion, you should have made sure that happened. Like, threatening her is going to do what when this entire time y'all have done nothing to her? Like, she been in town for how long and all you did was give her $50K? Like, I'm just saying she had a reason to not be afraid of you. And so I just felt like if you wanted to make sure that happened, you should have went. Like, it's like he don't follow through. And that just made me feel like Ted is just not cut out for the bad side. Like, I think he need to stay on the good side of things, you know, where things are on the up and up. Like, because people are on the bad side and they know what they're doing. They cover their tracks. You know, they follow through with the things. And he just didn't do that. And I just am not, I'm not impressed. Leslie kicks Eva out of their apartment. She's so, I told y'all that narc parent, like, classic. Soon as she decides she wants to do something that does not align with what Leslie wants, now she ain't got a place to stay. That's how narc parents are. And a lot of them are Christian. But so just thought I'd point that out there. But yeah, that was so, it was so dirty. It was foul. It was very foul. Even for Leslie, like, it was foul. And we talk about somebody that ran an innocent girl off the road. Like, that was the most foul thing I've ever seen her do. I can't. Your daughter? You do your daughter like that? And now you're going to regret it because now she's building a relationship with her dad. Boo tomatoes. Eva visits Ted in his hotel. I was happy about this. I was very happy about this. And I understand he's like, oh, well, I'm not saying I forgive you, but I'm going to do this and that for you. Me personally, I think she deserves all the forgiveness in the world, but we all know why that is. Cause she just coming up out that spell. And she really ain't even out of it for real. She still care about what Leslie thinks and feel about her. Like, she hasn't gotten to that point where you just like, you know what? Girl. She hasn't gotten there yet. She'll get there. And we're going to love it. We're going to have a lot of fun watching that. But yeah, I was glad for that. I was glad they had the conversation and he understood that, like, it wasn't because she hated him or wanted to, you know, like, she really just wanted to get to know her dad, and she genuinely thought that he had abandoned her because of what Leslie said. That, to me, is worthy of forgiveness right there. You didn't even want to do it because you wanted to do it. Like, you're that evil of a person. No, like, she wanted to do it because her mom put it in her mind that was the only way to do it. And that you didn't want her, you know? So, but I mean, Ted is on his own timeline with that. Me personally, if I'm a cheater who is staying in the hotel, I'm offering all the forgiveness in the world because maybe it'll come back to me. That's how I think about it, but I'm not in his shoes. I can't tell him what to do. But that's just a hint from me. Ted offers Eva a room at the hotel and an apartment. Now this is where Ted won me back. Because that's what you do. It ain't about the money. It's about the fact that you know that's your daughter and you gonna make sure she's stable and she's good no matter what. No matter what she just did. No matter how you feel about her, you decided I'm gonna make sure my daughter is good. And that she needs that. She needs that stable parent. She needs that consistent parent. Because Leslie ain't it. She been dealing with what's that one doing? She been dealing with Thanos for like 20 plus years. So she needs you, Batman, or whoever you are. Superman, Captain America, somebody. Who would Ted be? I don't know. I fell off the Marvel stuff and the DC stuff. So y'all gonna have to tell me who he is, but she's definitely Thanos. No, she more like the Joker. She gives me Joker vibes, yeah. So yeah, Ted would definitely be Batman in this situation. Yep. All right. Ted and Eva plan to develop a father-daughter relationship. I'm very happy about that. Because that was really the goal of this whole thing for Eva. And so I'm glad that she's getting that because she deserves that. Even though her mom didn't really want that. She really wanted Ted all to herself. But I'm glad that Eva's getting what she deserves. And Leslie getting what she deserves too. Because don't nobody want to deal with her. Okay. Eva gets her things from Ted and Nicole's. Eva, Nicole, and Danny have an exchange. I was actually... Okay. And y'all know I love Danny down. But I actually wanted her and Eva to have that exchange. Like, I think it would have been a little healing for Nicole. And I think, Eva would have gotten to explain herself to the person who truly matters. Because to be honest, out of everybody, Nicole is the one that just did not deserve anything that she got. Like, she didn't do nothing to nobody. So, I wanted them to have that exchange without Danny kicking Eva out. But we understand why she did it. Okay. Bill and Haley continue to try for a child. I just think it's stupid. And I have said, I don't know if I said it on here, but I know me and another gatekeeper said it on Threads. We think it's set up. We think Haley is after more than just love. But we've been thinking it. Like, I don't think she's just in love with him. Like, that's why she keeps trying to say it every 5 minutes. Everybody's just punishing us for falling in love. It's like, is that all you did? Like, But listen, Bill is a villain through and through. So if he do get caught up, if he do get set up, brought it on yourself, friend. At least your daughter a lawyer. Okay. Danny confronts Bill about his part in Ted's affair. Okay, I get it, but I didn't get it. Because on one hand, I get it because it's like, you really helped hurt my sister. But on the other hand, it's like, I don't get it because I feel like it's just another reason to talk to Bill. Like, girl, you couldn't have sent him as just a threatening text or something. Like, I don't know. I just don't, like, as somebody, like, if I'm getting a divorce, I don't have no reason to talk to you. Y'all got grown kids. Like, y'all don't have any real ties to each other anymore. So it's like, why do we keep finding ways to talk to one another? Please. One of y'all gotta actually be done. Okay? And I want it to be my girl. She deserves it. But friend, keep going back. Keep going back to that tacky behind living room. You the one said it's tacky? I don't know. All right. Naomi continues to work with June. Naomi works with Martin to find June a place to stay pending trial. So a lot of people think that June is like Haley's mom or a relative of Haley's. I would not be surprised. That would fit because they don't just have no random characters up here. Like everybody play a part in something. That's why I don't have no problem with Ashley and Derek, because a lot of people be like, "Oh, why are they here? Like they're boring." I don't think so. I don't think so. Everybody plays their part in Fairmont Crest, and everybody plays their part in the drama. So I don't think they're there for no reason. And I feel the same way about June. I don't think she's there for no reason. I think she's going to contribute to the mess. And I think that's how. She's going to be some kin to Haley. But apparently she don't like hotel. Friend, stay in the hotel. Like, what's your problem? She's like, you can't make me stay. Girl, even I'm not unhoused at all, but I'm telling you, if they offer me a free hotel, girl, you couldn't pull me out of there with 2 bodyguards. But I can get why she feels, a little displaced. Like she has her home, what she well, I mean, it is her home. Like to her, like that's her home. So it's like she felt like she was taken out of her home. But I also understand Naomi's part in it. Like, listen, I need you to at least be safe and not be at risk of going back to jail while I'm representing you. And you could just think of it like that. Like I'm just staying there for the trial, But I think like with June, I think June don't want to get used to it. And then once the trial is over, she ain't gonna know where to go. So I think I understand that. I kind of get it. But hopefully she go back because it sounded like a nice place for her to stay, All right. Martin visits Ted to vent his frustrations. And then, okay, so he walk in. Ted done took this much of a sip out of that bottle. He's talking about, oh, so this is another one of your vices? Friend, the bottle got to at least be halfway done. Like him and Andre had some, and it still was nothing but this much gone. Like, you just wanted to fuss. Martin just be wanting to fuss. I'm tired of him. Okay. Kat asked Tomas not to see Eva again. Eva and Tomas have an exchange against Kat's wishes. Kat catches Eva and Tomas having an emotional exchange. I kind of expected that. Tomas just don't give me, like, he don't listen. The only person he listens to is Bill, because he on that partner track and he trying to get what he need to get. That's the only person he listens to. I kind of seen that coming. And he really likes Eva. And I feel like Kat knows that. And Kat feels like, okay, well, I'm keeping my V card to myself right now. And so she feels like, what if Eva is not? Which, I mean, I think she's feeling a little insecure about it. But I don't think she should. I mean, I just feel like, girl, if he like you, he will wait. But, I feel like it's not that he don't like her. I think he likes both of them, and he just trying to see who he likes the most. I don't know. Tomas just be doing whatever he want to do. And I don't know that I'm mad at him. He ain't exactly tied down. He ain't nobody man. Okay, low-key, I want him to be with Eva. But I'm trying not to be biased, because I do think him and Kat are really, really cute. Like, I just like him and Eva. Okay. Where we at? Oh, Andre reveals to Nicole that he knew about Ted's affair. This is the first dumb thing he did. Because why would you do that? Like, go over there, check on her, make sure she good, drink a little wine. I don't know. Why would you tell her you knew, stupid? He get on my nerves. Well, no, he don't. Because this is the first dumb thing he did. And that's quite the feat. Because so many people have been doing dumb things like 20,000 episodes ahead of time. So, He's actually doing well. Mm. Bill summons Smitty to intimidate Martin. Yeah, that was weird. Because first of all, why are you summoning his husband? And then on top of that, you did that just to further intimidate Martin by saying, oh, well, Martin don't know what it means. You know, you could definitely use me. It's like, you just keep finding ways. You say you want to get away from them and you don't. I give up. All right. Danny visits Ted to vent her frustrations. My girl was making rounds, and I'm proud. Cause Danny, that's a busy bee right there. I like her. And then Leslie visits Nicole. Now this is nuts. That's nuts. You really walked into this woman's door, but I cannot get past this opening statement without throwing Nicole down some stairs real quick for leaving that door open. Like, friend. Why would you do that? You really let that woman walk in your house. I mean, obviously, who would have known that she would have did that? But still. But yeah, Leslie walked into Nicole's house. I mean, she already proved she ain't scared to get jumped, beat up, or violently attacked. She walked into Anita and Vernon's house with everybody there almost. So I guess she definitely ain't scared to walk in with just Nicole there. I think Nicole should make sure that she is from this point forward, though. Listen, I'm real big on that. Don't come to my house uninvited. Do not do that. Like, that will be the last time you do that. Don't come to my house uninvited. If you know I don't like you, you gonna learn today. All right. So now that we've laid out the facts, it's time to take someone to court. Okay? Court is now in session and the docket is open. So we got 2 people on the docket today. So we're going to start with Dana, Leslie, Sherry, Anna, Lulu. 80 names. And she is accused of being delusional and selfish again. Okay? So the evidence here. She used her daughter as a pawn and discarded her when she didn't need her. She did. She definitely did that. She used her daughter as a pawn. She lied to her the whole time. She just wanted her to believe what she wanted to believe so that she would do what she wanted her to do. And then kicked her out when she did anything different. We see you. All right. And also believes that Ted will actually come back to her. It's a lot. And usually you would think the alcohol is adding to it, but she's like this regular, like she wakes up this way. It's not the alcohol. It's not. It's no drugs. Like, she's just naturally like this. So we're gonna go ahead and find her guilty once again. She's guilty. She's guilty. Very delusional, very selfish. Why do you think Ted's coming back? Why did you think when you started this whole plan that was a viable goal, like an attainable goal? Because see, I'm a therapist, right? And so we have these things called SMART goals, and one of the letters, the A, means the goal has to be attainable, meaning it has to be a realistic goal, something within your reach, something that you are actually capable of getting. And this wasn't a SMART goal. Whether based on the acronym or the actual word, it wasn't smart. Ted, you thought you was gonna get him back? The man that paid you to go away twice? Okay. So, that being said, she's guilty. So, her sentencing is added time at the psych hospital. She's already there. We already put her there. So she needs to spend at least 2 more years up in there. It's just, I don't know. It's not working. Maybe what she got going on just ain't gonna you know, it's not going to dissipate. I think it's just going to exacerbate. It's going to get worse. So right now it's just, you know, comfort mental health care. It's not really any progress to be made. I hate that. Yeah, she needs more time at the psych hospital. So let's move on to the next person on the docket. I know y'all gonna be like, oh my gosh, she biased. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, but I told y'all why. It's a really good reason, so leave me alone. All right, Kat Richardson. Kat Richardson has been accused of being classist, elitist, and apathetic. So, yeah, she first of all, her biggest mistake was being more mad at Eva than her dad. Like, had it not been for your dad's indiscretions, you would have never even met Eva. Think about that. Like, she wouldn't even exist. So, okay. And the thing about it is, she hated Eva based on her clothes and her previous employment. Long before she caught her doing anything. If y'all remember that, she used to always say something snappy about her clothes, and we know what that was about. Like, oh, the material is cheaper, or she's not wearing designer. You know, classist, elitist. Like, she's not from her side of the tracks. Like, she was picking on her about that. So, and I just feel like she's not being very empathetic towards Eva. Granted, like, from her point of view, it's easy to understand why she won't be empathetic, but it's still like, you're not even a little bit, like, thinking, you know what? She was in a hard position. Like, you met Leslie. You know she's nuts. And you still are just like, but Eva did this and that. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I just... Listen, Kat, we know you're guilty. But I'm not going to put you away. Because you don't really deserve that. I don't feel like you deserve that. And your hair is amazing. So I'm never going to do that. And you're gorgeous. So I'm just... Hold on. Who plays her? Colby Muhammad. I could have swore she had 3 names on because I follow her on TikTok. But I'm gonna go with what I see right here. So it's Colby Muhammad. Okay. You are doing your thing too, because you make me want to throw you down some stairs. So you definitely doing what you're supposed to do. But yeah, I'm not gonna put you away. You too cute for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send it to you to 8 weeks, okay, in a cultural and socioeconomic sensitivity class. I think you will benefit from just learning about people who aren't where you're from. Because I don't think you've spent a lot of time on the other side of the gates. I don't think you spent too much time on that side. So that's what we're gonna do for you. I don't, like I said, I'm never gonna put you away. But you gotta go to your classes or else. So now that that's over, now that court is over, let's wrap this case up. All right. So let's get into my predictions and what I think is coming next. Okay, first of all, Leslie is definitely gonna try to stop. She's gonna try to stop Eva from building a relationship with Ted, starting with that Lorelai. Like, if y'all seen in the preview, she gonna lie to Kat because she know Kat don't like her, and she gonna tell Kat, oh well, Laura, you know what happened to her? That was Eva. Eva was trying to get into y'all's house so bad. Like, and I don't know if Kat is gonna believe it, but I feel like if she does, she'll be the only one who believes it. I think they're gonna do her like they did her last time. But then again, they might not. They might feel like we didn't listen to her the last time and look what happened. So then everybody might do believe her as a result of that. So I don't know. But I feel like Ted would know though, because he knows Leslie. He's dealt with her. And so he knows how manipulative and how, you know, conniving she can be. So I don't think he'll believe that. But yeah, she's gonna try to stop her from building a relationship with Ted because she don't have one. So she think, well, I can't have it. If I can't have him, nobody will. She one of them. She's one of those Lifetime movie network storylines. So yeah, watch out for her. Okay, so I think we're closer to figuring out Martin's secret. I don't think it's gonna be like blasted to the public yet, but I think it's gonna be revealed to us very soon. Like, I think he's gonna tell Smitty, because I think Smitty gonna come back from talking to Bill, and he gonna be like, "What is Bill talking about? Why is he saying you know what he's talking about? Like, what is the deal?" And I feel like Smitty really gonna press him. He gonna be like, "Listen, I am tired of you keeping me in the dark. So spill beans." That's what I think it's gonna be. So, okay, so this is more so like all in the future. Like this gonna take quite a few episodes, but I think Eva is gonna spend a considerable amount of time trying to sever ties with her mother. Like I think her mother, because like I said, like a narcissistic parent views you as like a supply. So while she's mad at Eva now, she's gonna try to get her back under her spell some way, somehow, whether it's through, revenge, or trying to play the nice card, or she might even try to poison the girl. I don't know. But Eva is going to spend a considerable amount of time trying to separate herself from her mom. It's going to be hard to watch. But I want y'all to think about this episode and think about what I told y'all and understand why it's going to be hard for Eva to just, So, okay. I think Kat is going to break things off with Tomas. I feel like she just see like, you do anything out of the way. She one of them. You do anything, it's strict over there. And I like that. But yeah, no, she feel like, listen, you do anything out of the way, I'm not gonna know you the next business day. Like, that's her. I think she is gonna be giving him all type of silent treatment. Like, he a cutie, But I think she just gonna, like, seeing him be close to her after she specifically said don't be around her. She's not gonna like that. So I think she gonna break things off with him. I don't know if it's gonna be permanent, but I know she gonna do it in the near future. And as a result, I think Eva and Tomas will definitely be getting closer, because she already opened up to him about her childhood and all that other stuff. And so now she's opening up to him about the whole lesbian stuff and why everything went. And think about it, Tomas is the only one listening to her. I mean, Ted is too, but she ain't dating Ted. That's her dad. Ew. So it's like, Tomas is like the only person that's not kin to her that's listening to her. So yeah, I think they're gonna get closer. Nicole. So I think Nicole is definitely gonna get into her waiting to exhale, left eye kind of bag after this exchange with Leslie. Like, cause think about it. You had an anniversary party and everybody was there, and everybody found out that your husband had an affair. You found out at the same time they did, and it's all in the public. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. Like, everybody seeing you cry and run out. Like, think about that happening, and then you just recovering from the fallout of all of that, and then the woman who orchestrated it all walks into your house. Like, I feel like that's gonna turn a switch off or on with Nicole, and I feel like Nicole is gonna burn something down. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she gonna find that man car at the hotel. I don't know. But Ted better watch out, child. Okay. But I do think Ted is about to get into his Jodeci, Keith Sweat, begging bag. I think he's gonna be crying in the rain. Yeah. I see it. A lot of people was like they rooting for him. I'm like, I'm not. It's too big. It's too big. Like, you had an affair, you lied about it for 20 plus years, and you had a daughter out of the affair. A lot of people be like, 20 plus years, that's a lot to let go. Yeah, but when you do it that big, when the betrayal is that size, I don't know, twin. So I think Danny is gonna make Ted want to crawl under a rock. Danny has a way with words. Danny has a way of making you mad or making you feel very, very small with her words. Like, she do it with Haley all the time. Didn't she say that adults are talking? She did her like that in their house. That's the funniest thing. And what's wild is, like, Ted tried to send her out of the room. Bill wasn't having it, but Danny did it. Bill ain't say nothing, and Haley knew to leave the room. Girl, they know not to play with Danny. I think everybody know not to play with Danny. Ever since she went waving that gun around, I think everybody just know. Don't play with her. Alright. And Bill is gonna find yet another way to stay involved with the Duprees. Like, he already got that whole thing with Martin, but I think he gonna find something else. Because he just can't stay away. They're like his crack. And Bill is a crackhead, okay? So, yeah. He's never gonna get away. He going through withdrawals. And Haley is very much, she's aware of it. She just, I don't think she cares. It's kind of sad to watch. Okay, Leslie. So I'm thinking Leslie will be excommunicated, from Fairmont Crest, and she's gonna be driven even crazier by that. Like, cause you remember Nicole said she gonna change her codes, and to be honest, ain't no other reason for Leslie to be behind the gate. So I think she's gonna realize, like, they don't want nothing to do with her. They want everything to do with Eva, because they realize what you did to Eva. And yeah, it's gonna drive her nuts. So I think as a result of that, her delusions will increase and her behavior will get crazier. So there are gonna be more delusions that we think are real. Okay, maybe it wasn't we. Maybe it was me. But I really thought it was real. I was into it. I was like, oh, okay, Ted, that's how you feel. Yes. Whatever, but whatever. So, okay, this prediction didn't come from me. It actually came from the people, because I keep seeing it. So I thought I'd mention it. So the people, the gatekeepers, seem to believe that Bill and Danny are on their way back to bed. I will not root for this. I don't want it. I'm sorry. I do not believe in somebody cheating on you with somebody and leaving you for them, and then you go back and be the side chick. That's, no. Do not ever put yourself in that person's position, like, that they were in, so that they could feel, like now I'm the wife and I can look at you from up here. I can look down at you. Like, no. Don't ever give her a reason to look down at you. I mean, granted, can she? Not really. But it's like, if you do that, she kind of can. So, Danny, don't do that. Please. I was already mad about the kiss, but I let it go because I'm sweet. But don't do that. I'm not rooting for this. I'm not rooting for that at all. I'm rooting for you and Andre. Y'all gonna go public and y'all gonna be cute. And that's it. So I want to conclude this week's session of the Gatekeepers Court. Okay. Remember, court may adjourn, but the judgment lives on. Until next time, stay shady, stay sharp, and stay tuned. Bye, y'all.